morning. Please rise as the dignitaries enter the auditorium. And a warm welcome to the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Christ deemed to be University. I am Anil Joseph Pinto, Registrar of the University, your host for this Jubilee program this morning. This is a historic and red-letter day for Christ deemed to be University, and we are all the privileged witnesses of this day, this place. As you all are perhaps aware, Christ deemed to be University started as Christ College in 1969 in this very same place with the motto of excellence in service carved in its emblem. It still remains so. Holistic education became hallmark of the education imparted by this university. From 1990, with a vision to become a national and global institution of higher education, it started master-level programs in 1991 to gain international exposure to students, faculty, and the institution. The institution pioneered India's first twinning program with Western Michigan University, Kalamazoo, USA. When National Assessment and Accreditation Council, NAC, was established in 1995 in Bangalore, it was one of the first few in India to apply for accreditation. With this, it became the first institution in Karnataka to be accredited in 1997. The institution was also one of the first to get collegiate autonomy in 2005 and college with potential for excellence status in 2006. In 2008, it was bestowed the deemed to be university status by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, 10 years ago, this very same month. Now that our dignitaries have arrived and all of us are expectantly waiting for the program to begin, we begin with what is most dear to this university, the first core value, faith in God. In the tradition of the university, we begin this program with invocation to God in movements, that is dance. Dance is a meditation in movements. I invite the university dance team, Natyarpana, led by the head of the Department of Performing Arts, Mr. Prabin Villarish, to lead us in the divine experience through the dance.
సృష్టిలో రచన తనలో తన నూతన ఉద్భవం కలిగేలా ఆత్మకు ఘర్షణం జరిగింది సాగే ఈ ప్రతి నిమిషం. మసిమన్నున దాగిన కుందనం మరిగాకే జ్వాలతో జ్వలం మదిలోను మధనం నిత్యం తెలిపెను గమ్యం. గుండెలోని ఆశే కొరింది అచల ప్రయాణం ఇక సాగరే జీవితం సోదరి అనుక్షణం. అది శ్వాసకం అది శాశ్వతం అది శాశ్వతం. జ్ఞానం శాశ్వతం శాంతి శాశ్వతం ప్రేమ శాశ్వతం స్వేచ్ఛ శాశ్వతం ఆత్మ శాశ్వతం ముక్తి శాశ్వతం.
With that careful mood that is created, I now invite the dignitaries of the day, President of today's program, His Excellency Bishop Mar Anthony Karil, Chief Guest Shri Kailash Satyarthi and Mrs. Sumedha Kailash, Guests of Honor, His Highness Yaduvir Krishnadatta Chamaraja Wadiyar, Her Highness Trishika Devi Wadiyar, Shri Ramalinga Reddy, Honorable Chancellor of the University, Dr. Father George Edayadil, and Vice Chancellor Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, to light the lamp as the dignitary University Choir sings the Invocation song, and thereafter take their seats on the dais.
Hallelujah.
Thomas C. Matthew, Vice Chancellor of this university, has been contributing to building this institution since the time he joined as a faculty in 1986. Under his leadership as the head of the institution from 2004, the institution became autonomous, college with potential for excellence, deemed to be university, first institution in South India to be re-accredited with A+ grade, and a deemed to be university with an accreditation the highest grade of NAC A as a university. Above all these, he has built this institution into a unique institution of higher education in India that is perhaps the most diverse institution in the country and which thrives on the celebration of diversity. I invite Father Matthew to welcome us all.
Dignitaries on the dais, invitees, guests, and Christites. Christ deemed to be university started on 15th July 1969 as an undergraduate affiliated college with 350 students and 18 teachers, has come a long way. During this challenging and exciting journey, the institution added postgraduate programs, international training programs, got accredited, became autonomous, and finally a university that nurtures diversity in an environment of celebration. Today, we have privilege to have 21,000 strong student community coming from all the states and union territories of India and about 60 other countries. The linguistic, ethnic, religious, and socioeconomic diversity they bring in an environment of celebration is the true strength and spirit of the university. 50 years of innovative and growing service to higher education and society is an important milestone. It is an affirmation that the institution has remained relevant to the society. It is a moment of joy and satisfaction. Therefore, with gratefulness to God, the academic community of this university, the CMI congregation, this society, and all our well-wishers down the years, I stand before you with this pleasant task to welcome. To this Golden Jubilee celebration, I am pleased to welcome the president of this program, Bishop Mar Anthony Carriel CMI, a doctorate in sociology. He was the principal of this institute from 1989 to 1997, 8 long years. During this period, he took important decisions which greatly transformed this institution. He was the prior general of the CMI congregation from 2002 to 2008. He was appointed Bishop of Mandya Diocese in 2015. Your Excellency, we are honored by your presence as the president of the program. We extend you the most cordial welcome. We are honored to have as our chief guest Sri Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel laureate. Sri Kailash Satyarthi exemplifies the university vision of excellence and service. His unwavering commitment and vision has ensured the future of thousands of children in India, directly and indirectly. He and the foundation he started, Save Childhood Movement, have saved over 86,000 child laborers across India. For his exemplary service to humanity, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. Sir, we and this campus are blessed by your second visit to our campus and your presence amidst us during this historic moment. A very warm welcome to you and your beloved wife, Mrs. Sumedha Kailash. We have with us His Highness, Yaduvir Krishna Datta Chamaraja Odia, Maharaja of Mysore, and Her Highness Trishiga Devi Odia. His Highness is the 27th Maharaja of the Kingdom of Mysore and head of the Odia dynasty, which ruled Mysore from the 14th to the 20th century. The royal family plays an important role in the cultural life of our state, Karnataka. Its contribution to higher education in Karnataka, in the form of Mysore University, the first university of our state of Karnataka, Indian Institute of Science, and patronage to many other education institutions have put Karnataka in the national and global higher education map. Hence, we thought it is apt to have the head of the royal family at this important event in the history of our institution. Her Highness Trishiga Devi Odia, our distinguished alumnus, graduated with MA Applied Economics from our university in 2015. We accord you both the most cordial welcome. Honorable Chancellor of the University and Rector of Dharmaram College, Reverend Father George Edeyadiu, is our dear mentor and guide in all our pursuits. We gratefully acknowledge his presence and extend our warm welcome to you, Father. Sri R. Ramalinga Reddy, a 7-time member of Karnataka Legislative Assembly, representing the Jayanagar and BTM constituencies of Bangalore. He has been our Home Minister, Minister of Transport, Bangalore Development, Primary and Secondary Education, Food and Civil Supplies, Finance and Major and medium-scale industries in various governments during the last 30 years. He has been a long-standing supporter of this institution since 1980, both in his personal and official capacities. Sir, we are happy to have you amongst us. A hearty welcome to you, sir. We have with us the Vicar General of the CMI congregation, provincials, former rectors and chancellors, administrators, finance officers, fathers from Dharmaram College, president and past presidents and fathers and brothers from Dharmaram Vidyakshetram, members of the Board of Management, the Planning and Monitoring Board, and the Academic Council of the University, serving and former vice chancellors of various universities, IAS, IPS, and KS officers, leading doctors, retired professors, and many well-wishers with us. We are extremely happy to welcome you all. I'm especially thanking the presence and welcoming the presence of heads of institutions across Bangalore, Reverend Fathers and Reverend Sisters, and from different religious congregations. Most of you have shared 50 years of journey with us through thick and thin. We gratefully appreciate your gesture of taking time out to be with us today. At this special occasion for us, I accord a most gracious welcome to you all. Officials of Christ, faculty, staff, alumni, and students, we are the hosts of today's celebration. Nonetheless, a warm welcome to you all, young people. May this celebration deepen our commitment to the institution's vision of excellence and service, our mission and our core values. May God bless all of us in our common mission for a better and developing society. Thank you very much.
A most cordial welcome to you as well, Father. as the head of our Christ University family. Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Father George Erayadil is a benevolent mentor and guiding spirit. I invite him for the inaugural address. Father, please.
Your Excellency, Bishop Mar Anthony Kariyal, Honorable Sri Kailash Satyarthi, Mrs. Sumedha Satyarthi, His Highness Chamaraja Wadiyar, Maharaja of Mysore, Mrs. Trishika Kumari Wadiyar, Sri Ramalinga Reddy, Vice Chancellor Father Thomas C. Matthew, Vicar General of the CMA Congregation, Reverend Father Varghese Vidayathil, alumni, invited guests, my CMI conferers, Reverend Fathers, sisters, brothers, respected staff, and my dear Christites. The Golden Jubilee of Christ University is a moment of great joy for all those who are associated with her. The families and friends of the students, the staff, office bearers, and the management of the past and the present. I feel now the sentiments of all connected with Christ is one of gratitude. Gratitude to God for all his showers of blessings that came through innumerable persons. Let his name be glorified. On 10 July, all of us might have read the title of the news, Miracle or Science. Rescuers led all 12 boys and the football coach to safety from a flooded cave. The whole world is impressed by the diverse passion to save them from the face of unimaginable dangers. That speaks volume about the strength of the human spirit and God's blessings. This is the spirit that have to energize us for a better humanity. Christ has the unique vision and mission to educate generations with the motto, excellence and service. It is becoming all the more relevant today and in the years to come. Christ is an offshoot of a dream realized in 1831 when the CMI congregation was started to do all possible good for the people. At a time when society was divided on various issues and when ignorance ruled, the visionary founder Saint Kuriakos Elias Chavara started a Sanskrit school at Mananam in 1846 that heralds the beginning of the education mission of CMI fathers. In that Sanskrit school, Hindus from different castes, Muslims and Christians could sit on the same bench to study. According to the renowned philosopher and gifted orator, Dr. K.S. Radhakrishnan, the former Vice Chancellor of Sanskrit University in Kaladi, Saint Chavara's revolutionary step in starting Sanskrit school was instrumental in forming a common public in the society of that time. Dharmaram College started in 1957 as a center of learning for philosophical and theological studies, ventured in the wider education mission in 1969 with the beginning of Christ College. This aimed at having a proper blend of the sacred and secular education. The realization of this dream is history, and we are all witness to that. And it is a very inspiring story that will give us enormous confidence to embrace the future with greater hope. Christ as it stands today is the stream that connects the past, present, and future. The Golden Jubilee is an occasion to pay tribute to the visionary founders and the masterminds and collaborators who faced a lot of challenges to realize this dream. They are people like Bishop Jonas, Mar Mani Giles, Father Augustine Joseph, etc. The trio, our Bishop Mar Anthony Caril, Father Sebastian Takadath, and Father Thomas C. Matthew are the masterminds, the new phase of the development of Christ. Father Thomas, with his vision, conviction, courage, focused mind, and holistic outlook, coupled with the wholehearted support of the Reverend Fathers, staff, and students, made this university one of the most prestigious centers of learning in India today. The inclusive, value-based, and quality education with social commitment provided in Christ, in tune with its noble legacy, and it provides a unique model for national unity, growth, and development. I congratulate Father VC and Reverend Fathers, the staff, the Christites, the parents and the alumni, and the friends of Christ to make this what it is today. Let Christ University, through all of you, be the herald and agent of change for an ever-changing and challenging world where justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity reign supreme for all. May the risen Christ continue to bless Christ University and its mission so that many more can receive its blessing in the years to come. May God bless you all.
Shri Kailas Satyarthi, Nobel Laureate, epitomizes the vision of our university, excellence and service. Before we listen to him, Mr. Rajan will show us a brief video clipping of his Bharat Yatra mission to save child laborers, child trafficking that he conducted around the year last year. Rajan, please.
हमें शुरुआत करना चाहिए बलात्कारियों घर छोड़ो, बलात्कारियों स्कूल छोड़ो, बलात्कारियों बाजार छोड़ो, मोहल्ले छोड़ो। बच्चों के साथ बलात्कार करने वालों के लिए इस महान देश में जगह नहीं होनी चाहिए।
Make India! Make India!
चलना बेके, और व्यापार बंद करो।
कैलाश सत्यार्थी जी ने जो बाल शोषण के खिलाफ जंग शुरू की है, आइए आप भी हम सब के साथ मिलकर उसका हिस्सा बनते हैं।
We are not ready to accept that India is known as the country where the young children as young as 2 months, 3 months, 4 years, 5 years are raped. हम हर दरवाजा खटखटाएंगे और लोगों से कहेंगे चुप मत रहिए, बाहर निकलिए। इस यात्रा के माध्यम से कम 1 करोड़ लोगों को बाल यौन शोषण के खिलाफ संकल्प से जोड़ें।
You bring any policy, we are with you. We will implement in Andhra Pradesh as a pilot, as a test bed, and we can implement all over the country in the near future.
कहा कि तुम चुप हो जाओ, परिवार का मामला परिवार में दबा दो। पुलिस से जब हमें ये जवाब मिलता है, जब पुलिस हमारी मदद नहीं करेगी तो और कौन करेगा?
If no single incident of sexual abuse of children happen now onwards in the country, in some states it will take 40 years to dispose of those cases. Do you think that a 15-year-old girl abused today will be attending the court hearings when she turns 60?
I have personally taken note of the statements of Kailashji, and I'll personally request our learned registrars look into the matter. The POXO cases are disposed of quickly and in a child-friendly court.
भारत यात्रा के बाद मैं कैलाश जी आप भोपाल पधारिए, हम लोग बैठते हैं, दोनों बाहें फैला के हम आपको पुकार रहे हैं, मिलकर काम करें।
The largest ever social movement is being built on this issue. So those who are taking part in it, you are the creators of history.
हमारे देश में महान लक्ष्यों के प्रति लोगों में जागरूकता और प्रेरणा का संचार करने के लिए समय समय पर पद यात्राएं की गई हैं। आज संपन्न की गई इस भारत यात्रा को मैं उन्हीं ऐतिहासिक पद यात्राओं की श्रेणी में रखता हूँ। प्रधानमंत्री जी बात करते हैं न्यू इंडिया की। कंसेप्ट अच्छा है। न्यू इंडिया अर्थात विद इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, सुख सुविधाओं से लैस। लेकिन वो सब कुछ होते हुए भी यदि जो सेक्सुअल अब्यूज का है, हमारे बच्चों के साथ जो दुर्घटनाएं, अत्याचार होता है, अगर इस प्रकार के जो सेंसिटिव इशूज़ हैं, ये इशूज़ छूट जाएंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद वो हमारा जो 75 साल पूरे करेंगे तो वो भारत देश की आज़ादी का उसमें फिर भी अधूरापन रहेगा। इसलिए मैं आपसे अनुरोध करता हूँ, आप आगे बढ़िए, देश आपके साथ खड़ा रहेगा। मुझे लगता है कि ये आंदोलन चलेगा तो सही मायने में मैं कहता हूँ कि असली राष्ट्र निर्माता यही है।
आज हम गर्व के साथ कह सकते हैं कि भारत उठकर खड़ा हो रहा है। भारत की अंतश्चेतना, भारत की अंतरात्मा सुरक्षित भारत बनाने के लिए खड़ी हो रही है और मुझे यकीन है यात्रा की समाप्ति के बाद भी ये आंदोलन जारी रहेगा। हम खुद इस आंदोलन को चलाएंगे क्योंकि हमारे लिए ये सिर्फ एक सामाजिक जागरूकता का अभियान नहीं है बल्कि एक महायुद्ध है और इस महायुद्ध में हम जीतेंगे।
बिकने को तैयार नहीं हम हो, लुटने को तैयार नहीं हम,
रुकने को तैयार नहीं हम, निकल पड़े हैं।
दुनिया के अलग अलग भागों में बच्चों के अधिकारों की लड़ाई में अपने आप को समर्पित कर देने वाले नोबेल शांति पुरस्कार विजेता भारत गर्व श्री कैलाश सत्यार्थी।
निकल पड़े हैं, निकल पड़े हैं, निकल पड़े हैं, हम निकल पड़े।
If you heard some claps during the video, it's because it was showing the Yatra passing through this campus and the photographs of this campus. Sir, may we have the privilege of listening to your felicitation and your message. Shri Kailash Satyarthi.
My dear children, young friends, respected Bishop Anthony, Chancellor Father George, Vice Chancellor Dr. Thomas, His Highness Yaduvir Ji, Her Highness Trishla Ji, Sumedha Ji, Linga Reddy Ji, dear sisters and brothers. You were clapping from the back and front for this march. But friends, the march is not over. We did culminate the yatra with Rashtrapati Ji, but the march is on. But before saying something about it, let me congratulate Christ University. Technically, we call it deemed to be university. It's very complicated to pronounce again and again, deemed to be university, so better to call Christ University. So you are completing your 50 years. When I completed my 50 years of life, people told me that Kailash ji, now you are becoming matured. You are becoming old. But I said no. When I'm completing my 50 years,
I feel more energetic because I have experiences, I have history, and I have more knowledge, more energy. So I'm going to perform better than before. I would also like to congratulate all those alumni of this university or this old college. I met at least a few of them. My colleagues told me that, sir, how are you going to give the consent to go to an institution second time? Because during last almost 4 years, I have not been to any institute because I could not find time, and my people say that they have counted that I have about 40,000 invitations to go across the world. And it will take not 50 years, but 180 years if I have to fulfill all those invitations. But I said, no, I'm going. I have been to 2 other institutions before. One was to address the General Assembly of United Nations. When the Sustainable Development Goal was adopted, they invited me to address. 2 Indians addressed for the first time. One was the Prime Minister and second was me. So I did it. And the second place was the International Labour Organization that has celebrated the 20 years of the Global March Against Child Labor, which I convened and organized across 103 countries 20 years ago. So why I'm coming here? Because I still remember some of the most impressive and the powerful images of your street theater. Some of you might have participated. I still remember that when I gave you a call to join the war on rape and to fight against all kinds of abuses and atrocities which our children are facing, my young people, you had raised not only one hand, but 2 hands. Remember? And your loud chants, your slogans, to make India a safe India. So primarily, I come to say you big thanks. Thanks to the university, thanks to the Vice Chancellor, thanks to Paul, Victor, my brother, and thanks to you, my dear friends. But this reminds me a story of another Nobel laureate. I did not meet him, I did not see him. And that was Einstein. So when Einstein got the prize, there was huge demand of him in universities and institutions to deliver his lecture on the new theory of relativity. And he had to go and attend several places. And one day his driver felt that the boss is getting more exhausted. He had to repeat the same thing everywhere, more or less. So he said that, sir, I have an idea. I have been listening your words and I can remember everything verbatim, all sentences, all phrases. And I look like you. He was also a bearded man with long hairs. And those days, the world did not have so many cameras. Everybody is having a 20-pixel camera or 12 pixel cameras in your pockets and you can take the photos. Those days, the cameras were so big, one has to carry the camera like double than a television set. So most people did not see his photo, but they knew about him. So in one place, this driver made a try. Einstein gave him a chance. So he was on dais. And he gave a full speech about his theory. And the people were so amazed that in spite of all hectic schedule, he's still so fresh. So after the great speech, there was a professor in the front row. I don't know is there any professor sitting here, but several fathers are sitting here, brothers. And one of those professors stood up and said, "Sir, I have a question to you." He said, "Come on, what is that?" When the question was asked, the new Einstein told, "Oh, come on, professor. I was hoping that you are going to ask a real tough question, but this is such a childish question. Even my driver sitting in the back can answer that question." The poor Einstein has to come again and answer the question as driver. So it's very tough in our life, but I'm so happy to be here. Let me begin with the very first mantra of Rig Veda. It says, "Agni mide purohitam yajjasva deva mrityujam hotaram ratnadhatamam." It has very beautiful meaning. All those who are good doers or well-wishers for humanity come together. And let us perform a noble act collectively to ignite the fire of knowledge and wisdom. And that fire of knowledge and wisdom is translated or converted into the wealth for all, prosperity for all. So it is not that the knowledge is created for the prosperity of a few individuals as we do today, but thousands of years ago, the Vedic Rishi says that let us create a knowledge. That knowledge could be converted for the wealth and prosperity for all. Today we are using the phrases like inclusive development. I always say the democratization of knowledge, democratization of technology. But we have yet to achieve these things. These are good phrases which we use in politics and our social life. Because we know that how the disparities are growing, we know how inequalities are growing, and inequality which is essentially the economic violence which the world is facing. A world that has achieved so much advancement in technology, in speed, in digitalization. We have conquered Mars. We are able to take close-up photos of Pluto, and we are proud of it. But we have not been able to reach out to our own people, our own children, which need us most. We live in a world where 152 million children are working as child laborers, and half of them are in extreme, appalling, inhuman conditions, what we call the worst forms of child labor. We live in a world where 60 million children have never been to school, and another 200 million were forced to leave school before attaining the primary education. We live in a world where 1 billion children live in abject poverty and not safe. $50 million children are on move They are looking for a safer place, a safer shelter, because either they are refugees or forced to leave their countries or their homes as immigrants. So what kind of world we have created? But these are not simply figures. Every data, every figure when we talk on such things make me ashamed. Because every child, every data is a child, every data is a woman, every data is a man. Last week, there was a headline in newspapers that India, that was on the sixth place of global economy, sixth economy, now it has gone up to fifth. India is among the 5 biggest economies in the world. We are all proud. But the same day, I read in a newspaper, in the same newspaper, that a 4-year-old girl was gang raped by 10 to 15-year-old, rather 14-year-old children. They were all watching porn clips and they have raped her. She was admitted to hospital in a very, very acute condition. Another day I was reading that a 12-year-old boy raped her own sister in Delhi. This first incident was of Kanpur and this was of Delhi. 4 children are abused or raped every hour in India. And 8 children go missing. They are not just disappearing in thin air. They are sold for a dubious purpose, may it be organ sale, may it be prostitution, may it be slavery. They are trafficked. But India does not have any specific law against trafficking. India did not make serious efforts to end the menace of pornography. And that was not just India, so many countries in the world. And all these big data providers, these companies are making huge money out of it because this has grown as $10 billion industry. Child pornography is $10 billion industry in the world. So this is the second phase. Friends, we cannot live in isolation. We are the part of a world which has grown with 3 major deficits. I call it 3T deficit. The 1T is truth deficit. As we are growing materially, we are becoming more and more artificial. It is not about the technology. We have a lot of artificial intelligence in all our gadgets. But our lives, our behaviors are also becoming artificial. The reality is not the true reality. Reality has become the augmented reality so that we can see the things which are not there, which are not real, but we can see in a different way. It's good that technology is advancing, but the truth is lost. The second T is the trust deficit. We are losing trust. In last few weeks, 20 people, innocent people, were mob lynched in different parts of India with a false apprehension that they are child lifters.